Welcome back to Fantastic Forests with Miss Liberty. Today we're going to be having a look at the life cycle of mushrooms. Now, I'm sure you've all seen a life cycle before, probably of a flowering plant or maybe a vegetable that you've grown at home. But what you might not know is exactly what the life cycle of a mushroom looks like. If you remember from a few videos back, we were talking about how fungi is its own kingdom, how mushrooms are a big part of that kingdom, and how it's a little bit different from both plants and animals. So because of this, we're going to talk a little bit about what a life cycle of a mushroom looks like. Okay, so first of all, we start with our fully matured mushroom. So this fully matured mushroom will drop spores, like we mentioned in our last video when we were talking about the parts of a mushroom. If you haven't seen that, you might want to go back and watch the video about parts of a mushroom. So the spores of our mushroom are released from the gills, okay? And they are transported around, usually either through the wind or through animals, getting on their fur and things like that. Once the spores have traveled and found their place to settle, they are going to germinate. So a little bit like a seed when we're looking at plants, there's that form of germination when they begin to grow. Now, in this context, the spores develop hyphae, which is what we call the single kind of individual root structures of a mushroom. Okay, they're hyphae. Next, we have the hyphae continues to develop and to grow, and it grows into the mycelium, which you'll remember from the parts of a mushroom video. So they play a very important role of the mushroom. So now it's able to find its own food, it's able to continue to grow bigger, it can break down outside organisms and feed itself more and more, so it can keep growing and continue its life cycle. So next we have the fruit body appears on top of the soil. Now, when we say fruit body, talking about the mushroom life cycle, that just means the mushroom we eat, the mushroom we know that we put on our pizzas is called the fruit body of a mushroom. The whole system is technically a mushroom, including the mycelium, but what we call mushrooms is actually just the fruit body of a mushroom, okay? So that breaks through the soil. The myceliums have enough nutrients from all around it that it manages to help to break through the soil. And last but not least, the mycelium continues to grow again, and the fruit body continues to develop as well. So we can see that it develops its stem properly. We can see the cap of the mushroom begin to form, and everything else is continuing to work. So the ring of the mushroom will then break away. The gills of the mushroom will be, exposed to the outside environment, and the spores will again be able to travel, and the life cycle will start over again. So I hope this helped, and now you know a little bit more about the life cycle of a mushroom and how that progresses from one stage to the next. Now, I hope you enjoyed today's video and learned a little bit more about how mushrooms work and a little bit more about the fungi kingdom. If you are enjoying these videos about fungi and trees, make sure you subscribe to the Fantastic Forest series so you don't miss out on the last videos. If you learned something in today's video about mushrooms and their life cycles, please leave a like so we can see how many people are enjoying our Fantastic Forest adventure. See you next time.